This tiny, abandoned half-acre of urban woodland was once a garden. It's in a conservation area, and it has nearly 30 protected trees, some lovely ash and lime trees, and a majestic Scots pine. And what is it for you that kind of connects you to trees? What is it that matters about being in amongst them?
I think it's just that the whole thing it gives you that sort of peaceful woodland glade feeling.
They were here before we were here. They're going to be here when we go, and you know that's brilliant to be part of that.
I mean, you can buy a new house, you can plant a tree, and it may get to a reasonable size by the time you move on. But I mean, to live amongst this is a real privilege.
So did you sound out the district council? Did you sound out the planning department and ask them what they felt?
Oh
yes. Yes.
And you know what they said?
What did they say?
Absolutely no way.
And then you still went ahead and bought it?
We did. Our sense was if we could make something that was truly different, which added to the local community, that there would be a good chance. So it was basically on that basis that we pushed forward.
Jon and Noreen were proved right. They eventually got their planning permission, but the conditions are harsh. They must not disturb any of the trees or their roots. So fixing the house into the ground is going to be quite a challenge. To protect the trees, they won't be using any concrete. Instead of foundations, there'll be a steel frame above ground connected to the piles. The lowest and smallest of the 3 wooden boxes that make up the house will be Noreen's studio. The middle floor box will be the living space. It has verandas on 3 sides. And the top floor will contain the bedrooms, 40 feet up among the branches. It'll sit under a flat roof. The top 2 floors will be clad in native larch, and the basement will get a skin of reflective, polished steel that should mirror the surroundings and help the house appear to float. On the top floor, there'll be 3 ensuite guest bedrooms and the master suite. And in the spirit of a treehouse, a 12-foot-high narrow walkway through the trees will bring you to the front door and into the large L-shaped living space. Landscaping will be by Mother Nature herself, the point of this building being to place you in intimate contact with the rawness and energy of the natural world. The treehouse is, at last, growing. And the frame, thank goodness.
Oh, at last, so we're above the ground.
Yeah. Right up against the tree, too.
Yeah, there's a small steel to come out yet on that side.
Good heavens.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
To be able to work within the trees, as you've done.
Yeah.
And there's more yet to come. There's quite a big pile of steel over there.
Yeah, we're coming right out to that pile there.
Oh, what, this one? Oh, this one here. This steel frame is doing what it should, bolting together as designed, until we get to a plate that has had to be offset to avoid a tree root, which means trying to fit a bent leg.
You hit very slightly once it's been tapped over. Towards you.
You could almost grind a couple of mil off this joint here. But with a bit of elbow grease, power tools and careful manipulation, the cranked leg gets sorted. Quite some time has passed since my last visit, and I want to know if they managed to make it all work. The larch now perfectly matches the bark and branches of the trees that prosper around it. Finally, the house seems at peace, floating serenely, almost unnoticed. Hello, you two.
Hi, Kevin.
Nice to see you. Come on up.
It's glorious. The main living space is looking more inviting. Finally, fully finished and beautifully detailed.
It's worked really well. I think we're really pleased, aren't we?
And it's beautiful. I'm guessing that some of these things are from your previous home.
Yes, yes. I mean, we kept the things that fitted and worked the best, and we've just gradually built it up over the years.
This is reclaimed.
Cumbrian green slate. Yeah. It was from a Rolls-Royce garage.
Rolls-Royce taste, yeah? Reliant
But not the cost.
Reliant Robin budget.
Exactly, no.
Our budget was always tight, so you just have to use your ingenuity and you know, come up with ideas.
Upstairs, the views are unspoiled. All 3 bedrooms are now finished and have bathrooms decorated with Noreen's tiles. And, very nice, there's a dedicated space for Jon's art.
To be able to look at that view and paint doesn't get much better.
Yeah, beautiful.
And I think having a dedicated space really does help, doesn't it?
It does. You're so much more productive. The building has enabled us to continue and hopefully improve.
There was always that concern about how well these trees would respond to the intervention of putting a house here.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the greenery appears to be fresh and lively.
Yeah.
The trees around it are thriving, unlike a lot of ash trees which are around which are doing the opposite.
If you want to encourage biodiversity, you kind of have to let everything find their balance. We were both really passionate right from the start that we wanted to prove that we could build a house and actually increase the wildlife. And I'm pretty sure we've done that. I'm pretty confident we've done that. There's more wildlife here than when we came. And I think surely that can only be a good thing.